Look, let's just cut the BS, you know, forget what side you believe in or forget your belief system. Forget about all that for a second. As a Gen Z person who lives in America and who was born in America, it's just really sad. It just feels like I'm a part of an empire that is crumbling. It's not about politics. Like it's. I feel like I'm just in a system that is failing, and it's not on me, but I'm getting dragged into it. It just feels like there's a bunch of incompetency at the top, right? And people who run the government, it's never was perfect. I don't think the founding fathers thought it was going to be perfect, but it came to this where there's so many people that are, I can't even find the words for this, man. It's like there's so many people who are so racist against other people. There's people that ever since they have been born on this earth, it seems like their nature is just violence and feeling insecure. And it's weird because it makes me think the higher position you go, the more insecure a lot of these people are. And that's what's bothering me, because I understand if you're a person of power and you just want power in terms of, like, you know, just for you, just more so for your own gain. But a lot of the time it's like, what are you trying to prove? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to prove here? There's nothing to prove. This country is built off of the backs of, let's just be 100 straight up immigrants. We can go in particular. We could talk about Africans. We could talk about just Mexicans. We could talk about everybody, especially us. We could talk about that. But I'm not here to talk about, oh, who made America. I don't. That's not the point. The point is, it's built off of different perspectives of the world to make this country great. And then now we're trying to go back like 1,000 years. Like, we're trying to go back a time where it was just, you know, it's weird because diversity is divine, but for some reason the higher ups of this country don't see that, and they don't care. I won't even say they don't see it, but maybe they don't. But I feel like a lot of them do, but they're scared of that diversity that they made. If you didn't want that, then why didn't you stop that there? It's like, I get history repeats itself, but it's to a certain point. I watch these people in charge of these big representations of our country, you know, basically things like Department of Education and things of that nature. And it's annoying me that when I look at them, they get asked a question, a simple question, and then they don't want to answer them. And they pay allegiance to the president straight like that. And we all see this. It's not about sides. I don't care. This video is really just to say how it is. But at the same time, I'm not putting any others down. I'm not doing none of that. I have to reiterate this because some people want to be butthurt. But hey, this video isn't for you if you're just gonna be butthurt. I see a lot of it's not even really, it's almost not even incompetence. We always talk about slavery, and I feel like this is economic and ideological type slavery. It's not even about the chains anymore. It's all mental, and the amount of power that goes into, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's depressing, man. It's just depressing. And then you see other people, you see other countries moving on from us. Like, they living their best life. They having so many innovations and advancements themselves. They're not worried about the United States, man. The United States ain't that country no more, but it has the potential to be that country like it used to be, if you get what I'm saying. So it's like, it has that potential, but there's always It's like a demon just in the US like brain, like, oh my god. No, this is too much. It's almost like Shinra and like Fire Force, right? If you watch Fire Force, it's kind of like the little Adola burst talking to this man, making him crash out, even though he just wants to be a hero. Yeah, he been through trials and tribulations as a child. His family was burned, like pretty much he got burned alive, stuff like that, right? But that's just an example. Like, it's like little demons just keep coming back. It's like, forget the ancestors, the old racist, messed up ancestors. Forget them for a second. You're supposed to be better in every single generation, but for some reason you want to go back. What type of backwards thinking is that? Does that make any sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, if people can't give a straightforward answer to certain questions that relate, and that's going to affect us as the people, not the 1%, hell, not even the 20%, the middle class and lower, and you as a representative of them, you're supposed to help them when it comes to education and other services and government services that needs to, my god, it's like, why do I even gotta say this? You know what I'm saying? Why do I even gotta say it? And you can't answer that. It makes people, no wonder why there's so many people leaving the country. There's so many people, it's dog, I can't even fathom, I can't. I just, it's weird to me. There's a lot of grown adults in these positions, right? These higher up positions in these branches that feel like they need to all of a sudden ask the president for approval to speak their truth. Like, you can't speak the truth yourself. I don't give a rat's what position you in. I'm gonna tell the truth how it is. You're not gonna tell me what to say because of your agenda. Why am I going to get put, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about in general, it shouldn't be like this. It's just so happened to be this president. It just so happened to have the same cycle back into the 16th. Like, we have to be honest about this. It's not, and then people get mad, right? Because I came on here talking straight up, just trying to be neutral. But for some reason, people get mad when you just say how it is and don't acknowledge your frustration, because we're all human. But for some reason, people want to protect their image. People want to not be real. People want to act like this. People want to act like that. I made a video about this in my shorts, like, in relation to this. So it's like, it's to a certain point. You can't fake it. Everything is just so fake. Just say how it is. And the thing is, now in the United States, I feel like a lot of the citizens don't know how to combat this. They don't like what's going on, but they don't know how to combat it because they've never been to this point. Yeah, we've been doing rah protests, but what if that rah protest isn't enough? It's dangerous leadership when even the people who have that power to make the change has to ask someone else. That's all I'm saying. It's blind allegiance is the problem. You can't answer a simple question, but then y'all want to talk about other, I ain't gonna say names, but you want to talk about other people who are trying to be president, and then you want to all of a sudden talk about, oh, they can't answer questions. I'm not saying it's one side or the other side. There shouldn't be. We should, both sides of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party need to combine as one, like it's supposed to. This division stuff is dead. As of 2025 and further in the future, it needs to be like this. That's probably what the independents were trying to do, but I don't even know. Even then, it's separated. All those parties need to just be on one. When you unify, no one can stop you. Have you noticed that? Like, China, there's just China. Russia, there's just Russia. Even United States is just United States, but even then, it's ironic. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you know what I'm saying? But what do I know? I'm just a citizen. I'm just a bystander. I'm just a nobody, apparently, to these higher ups, right? I'm gonna be honest. Look, as a person, look, I'm aware of where I came from. I'm born here. I'm African American. Yes, I know where my roots come from, though. You know what I'm saying? So I know as a Nigerian that's born here, I built relationships here. I built a lot of things here. And it just hurts that it's almost seeming like that's about to go to waste, you know? And it's just one of those things. It's not entertaining. It just hurts because the generation before us, a lot of them couldn't just do their job and spread their wisdom to this generation. And then now we're over here, we're waking up, we're more aware, but a lot of us are stuck. We don't know what to do, or we do know what to do, but we don't have the supports, etc., etc. So being born here, it just hurts that all this stuff is going on. All this stuff is going on. It just hurts, bro. It really do. Being born here and witnessing a collapse of an empire, of a government, it just saddens me, man. I always been told that this was the greatest country, but what if that now it isn't the greatest country anymore? Like, I'm saying it like a question, as if I don't know this already, but I'm just saying, like, some of us got to think about this. Like, we've been told this is the greatest country, yet we have so many inequalities, and we can't even be one as a group within ourselves, which makes us vulnerable. And I don't like being vulnerable. You feel me? Like that's like one of the worst feelings you can feel in this game that we're in this world. Yes, if you didn't already know, this is a whole game. It's a dangerous game we all been living in since we were born. Of survival, of power, respect, innovations, competitions. It's always been like this. That's how humans evolve. We compete over each other. It's just natural. It's to the point where when you're born here and you have your motherland, and then there's here, it's like, it's one of those things where you just want an escape route, because you're starting to realize that with what you've built or what you've grew up on is starting to fail you, and you have to look elsewhere. But at the same time, it just makes you also want to be like, damn, like, this is gonna end like this. I've been here for too long, and you just want to fight for what's right. But I realized that this isn't. It's a fight, you know what I'm saying? It's a fight for everyone, but it isn't my fight. If you get what I'm saying. For those who read between the lines, you get it, and because it was never our issue. If you know, you know, it was never our issue. But let's just be honest, if no society can look in the mirror, then there's a problem. And I think this is trying times, and this is what the US needs, because they need to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, dang, I messed up. I've been this way for so long. I didn't realize the downfall or in the future possibly. Like, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror, man. And this is just a reflection on that, because we all see this, but we don't know how to put it into words. And I'm not gonna go on a tangent or nothing, but especially people our age, I need us to stop acting like we don't see what's going on. I understand we need to focus on our families and all that, and I understand that, what was it, John 12 or something, chapter 2, I don't know, don't be conformed into the world and all that to a certain audience. I'm wondering if y'all know what that really means. I'm just wondering, because some people, anyway, that's not the point. You get the point. I understand you're trying to just focus on you, but we got to be aware of this, and it's to a point if we all just sit and, but look, I just wanted to kind of speak on this, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that thinks this way, and if I'm not, then that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if it seems all over the place or whatnot, but I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking my thoughts. So sometimes when you just speak your mind, it's not gonna be organized. That's the thing about this channel. I'm not trying to make it organized. It's not about, like, what I mean by that is, like, I'm gonna make it organized, like, this is gonna be a beginning, middle, and end type deal, and you know, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about, but it's just more so like the thought process of it all. It's not going to be, oh, all the time I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. I don't want to script it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to script it too much. But yeah, yeah, man. Like I said, it's a lot of frustrations going on, and I don't know what to say. But hope you have a good one, man. I'm just talking. For those who are here, we're trying to reach 40. I appreciate y'all for walking. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And sharing will bring all those three together. Without further ado, I'm about to head out, man. God, I miss you too.